One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rebels will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Fresno State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-timer baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He's got it. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Let's take a talk about Fresno State. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Rebels offense will get the ball for the first time. Using his legs, it's Tatum. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. And the ball's out, and they're after it. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Rebels offense is back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. Finds space on the right. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Cox. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Tatum. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that.
Going for the goal line, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get Hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Rivers. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pulled and fired complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
To the air, it's Calandria. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quick strike complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Fresno State right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To throw, it's Carr. Finds a tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Fresno State will have to punt. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Here's the pressure, and he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff from the gun. He's past the 30. Flying down the left side. The 30. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up 14 over ULM. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's in open space downfield. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying play action. Zips it out to his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Carr. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for a deep man. And they can't make the connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Working that left side now. On the move at the 30. There he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the ball dribbles out of bounds, and they'll maintain possession, but that's about the only good news for the offense on that play. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. With the catch, it's Tatum. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
He'll start this drive going to the air. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rebels offense is back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. The short hand, it's Irvin. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Breaks into the open. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Finds his man, it's Irvin. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Wants to go up top. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're...
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Burrell. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
UNLV 35, Fresno State 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Off play action on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Offense in an empty set. Back to pass, it's Carr. Working the middle, it's complete. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds his tight end. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Fresno State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Louisiana is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about down on the Bayou for some time.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes.
He wants to take the top off. It's picked off. That's number 10. Got some room to run.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Got room to work. Across the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. The offense set for a 1st down play.
That's it. Keep it rolling. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll leave it with him. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. Oh, they're after him. He's got it on the run. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense, and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. The quick out. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got room on the return. Ripping through the defense. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to blow up. Nice job on.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Turning it on! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that